Now, Lebanese truck, bus, and taxi drivers blocked roads in downtown Beirut, protesting their dire work conditions as the country sinks deeper into economic and financial crisis.
On Thursday to block the road outside the Prime Minister's office, protesting the weakening of the local currency and the sharp increase in prices. The drivers demanded that fares be increased and that they get subsidized fuel and spare parts. The cost of transportation in Lebanon, a country of 6 million with no public transportation, has risen to an unprecedented level.
إذا بدنا نزيد التعرفة كمان الركب الله بيعين المواطن الله بيعين والوضع يعيس على الخالص يعني بعبيهم مازوت وتصريف مصروف للتصليح.
The rising cost of transportation has affected all commuters, as fuel prices increased by more than 12 times within a year.
نحن عم بعمرنا 67 سنة عم ننزل من الفجر للنجر تنستر حالنا ما عم نقدر لا غلا البنزين لحق الدولار قطع السيارات شيء مش معقول وبنرجع آخر شيء بدنا ناكل لقمة خبز ما عم يمشي الحال وين عم بوصلونا شو قد ايه عم بدهم يبهدلونا ما عم بعرف وصلنا لمحل ما بقى ينحمل العالم كلها بدها تشتغل وتعيش كله عم بأثر على كله بقى الشغلة ما بقى تنحمل اللي بدنا اياه انه يطلعوا فينا الوعد اللي وعدونا اياه الفرق البنزين دعم القطع هالشغلات كلهم
The drivers have been protesting for the second Thursday in a row after they held a similar protest last week. For 2 years, the Lebanese have been experiencing a severe economic crisis that led to a record collapse in the value of the local currency against the dollar. The economic collapse has been described as one of the worst in the world in over 150 years. Poverty has exponentially increased while the political class, blamed for years of corruption and mismanagement, has failed to offer drastic solutions to the crisis. Lebanon's national currency further collapsed on Monday, trading on the black market at nearly 20 times its value 2 years ago, worsening inflation and people's despair.
Over in Spain, Spanish truckers have won concessions from the government to help check rising fuel costs and improve work conditions after threatening to stop hauling freight just before Christmas. Well, Spain, like many governments across the globe, are facing pressure to help relieve the pain caused by record high inflation. The problem is that there's only so much relief that they can bring, if any. After protests this week, thousands of Spanish truck drivers had something to celebrate on Saturday after a threat to idle their engines pushed the government to adopt measures improving their work conditions and checking skyrocketing fuel costs driven by inflation. Now, it is the latest effort by workers, opposition leaders, and citizens to pressure governments from Europe to the Americas to intervene as surging consumer prices squeeze households and businesses. After days of negotiations, the truck companies called off the Monday to Wednesday action this week after Spain's transport ministry agreed to demands that include controls to help cushion the blow of rising diesel costs.
Combustible ha subido un 33%. Esto para una empresa de transporte en el que precisamente la partida del combustible supone aproximadamente un tercio o incluso un poco más en su estructura de costes, ha generado que una empresa del sector de transporte haya incrementado su estructura de costes en torno a un 11-12%.
El sector ha pedido muchas cosas desde hace mucho tiempo y no las han concedido prácticamente nada.
Sí, sí, sí.
Pienso yo ahora que el colapso mundial, el colapso que ha habido mundial por los puertos chinos y los puertos de Estados Unidos, más la subida del combustible, ha acabado de llenar el vaso.